Welcome back to Black Spring. And just when I thought that Beverly, Beatty, and Edmee Chavannes was done, or were not quite done, they are following up with an update video about last night. And I'd like to thank everybody for joining me on this segment of Black Spring with Autumn. And I'd love to take you to that coverage. Thank you so much.
100,000% agreement. We were the voice that they couldn't have. We were we were the stand that they couldn't take at that moment. And the Lord just blessed. The Lord just blessed what happened yesterday. Like, you guys, man, when I say it was so amazing, the police treated us like princesses. The treatment they gave us. Now, we ended up being at precinct for a while because they had to do a lot of our paperwork, but they treated us with love and kindness. They fed us. They made sure we were hydrated. I mean, they treated us so good.
4 bottles of water each. Every hour, do you want to drink something? Can we give you some water? Can we give
Took
you some
care
water?
of us. And look, for every person that came in, because 2 more people came in after us for throwing paint on that mural, they treated them good too.
Yes, they did.
They didn't beat them up, and they were in and out. They got their charge. They were in and out. When I say these police officers are loving and kind, and everything that they say police officers aren't, they are.
Yes.
And I'm telling you right now, if ever there's a time to rise up and take back your country,
it's now.
It's now. A lot of people thought I was being a hero by doing what I did, but I wasn't being a hero. I was being an American. I was being an American. But more than that, I was being a Christian.
A Christian.
This is what Christians do. We turn tables. We destroy the works of the devil. This is what Christians are called to do. And that's what God allowed us to do. And he gave us favor. And I can't give y'all too much detail because I don't want the people working at the police department to get into anything. Yes. But at the end of the day, when I tell you these people showed us so much love and favor, it was crazy. When I say cray cray, I mean cray cray.
Unbelievable.
Okay? And so let me tell you what I found out while I was at the police station. Right now in New York, the police are scared to arrest people because there's a possibility that they will go under investigation or they themselves will be arrested. Okay? 2 days ago, a police chief, one of the highest ranking police chiefs, and 3 other policemen got assaulted. One got hit in the head, had to get 8 stitches. Guess what happened? The guy who did it got off without bail. Yep. They just released him. They released him. They didn't even charge him. They released him. That's a what did he call it? A first-degree crime. But he was released in New York.
Towards a police officer.
Especially towards a police. It's a high-level first-degree felony crime. He was released. Okay. Let's take it a step further. A couple of other police officers went to Shake Shack down the street from the precinct. And they had bleach in their shakes. All 3 of them had to go to the hospital. Okay? This is what's going on. Police are leaving. 35 police officers a day right now are retiring. A day. But because of the defundment of police, guess what? No police are being hired. So police are leaving New York City by the droves right now. They're leaving. This is the information I found out. They're leaving. And that mayor has 28 police officers around the clock at that mural in 5th Avenue. Okay? While people are dying in the hood, he's making sure that that mural is guarded because it's a political statement. And one of the black police officers told me that. He said, Black Lives Matter pisses me off, and Mayor de Blasio pisses me off the worst because he is using us as a political statement. Always. He could care less about us. Let me tell you something. There is more diversity in the police force than there is in the Black Lives Matter people. Majority of the people pushing Black Lives Matter are white liberals. And then you got some uneducated other races. And then you got your token blacks. But the majority of them are white liberals. You have more diversity with the police than you do with Black Lives Matter. But guess what? Black Lives Matter does not speak about the black cop that dies. Black Lives Matter doesn't speak about the black man that dies due to black on black crime. Black Lives Matter does not address the black baby in the womb that's murdered and the fact that that's the number one killer of black Americans right now. Black Lives Matter is for all of that. And another thing, Black Lives Matter is against the black man. Black Lives Matter does not support the nuclear family. Black Lives Matter hates the black man because the man itself stands for authority. The man in itself stands for pillar. Okay. And once you remove the man from any family, and let me tell you how you can remove a man in any family. Because if you put two men together, you ain't got no men. You got fairies. Fairies can't raise kids. Yeah, I said it. Ain't two men together, you don't got no man family. You got a family full of fairies and fruitcakes. And you can't raise no kids like that. And with two women together, you got a couple full of Jezebels. They can't raise no babies together. That's not what God called for. But Black Lives Matter's narrative and agenda is to destroy the black community. And the money you send them pays for them to destroy our community. While they're defunding police, black people are dying left and right in New York. The murder rate is crazy. In Chicago, they dropping like flies. Yet you still screaming Black Lives Matter.
And word on the street is that Black Lives Matter is linked with the Muslim Brotherhood.
Oh,
word on the street,
and that's another thing.
That's another.
You know we don't roll with Muslims. Y'all know we don't do that.
Another demon.
We pray
word
for them
on the street,
but you know we don't roll with Christians. We don't do that.
They're linked with the Muslim Brotherhood. This word on the street.
That's
my research.
Do your research, find out, let us know. But that's the word on the street. That's the word on the street. So this is the thing. When I went there with that black paint, we bought all of these cans of paint and we went there and we wanted to cover the entire thing. And the police officers, in a sense, had to get us. So I knew I had to get down there and I had to rub all of that black paint all over Black Lives Matter because they're a liar and devil, demonic organization. And that police officer that fell, he is okay. He's okay, you guys. He is fine. He bumped his head, but he's okay. The police force reassured me that he's fine. He's okay. He's going to take a leave, but he's okay, you guys. And he's not upset with us. No, none of the police are upset with us. Nobody is mad at us, okay? That's all I'm going to say.
Can I even add, Bev? Man, when I said this was the best experience we ever had with law enforcement,
yes,
we cannot stress this enough.
Best experience.
We don't want to say too much because it would be borderline, but I promise you, we appreciate them, and we know that they appreciated what we did in the name of the Lord, and I know that the gospel landed in that precinct.
Yes, it did. Jesus came. And I'll tell you this, in that precinct, when we found out that information about what was going on with the police force, we got inside scoop. That's all we're going to say. Inside scoop. When we left that police station, it was on like butter on popcorn. On. And I'm going to tell you why it was on. Because we realized that we have to fight for our police.
That's right.
And they want us to fight for us. Pay attention. If you don't catch this in this message, you're on your own. Pay attention. We have to fight for our police. We have to fight for our Constitution. We have to fight for our country. And listen, they want us to fight for them. So you take that how you want to take that. Last night, we went to Harlem and we poured paint all over that Black Lives Matter mural, which, mind you think Mayor de Blasio gonna pay for the ones in the hood? He put one right in front of Trump Towers, and then he put the rest of them in the hood. Every other place he put a Black Lives Matter mural is in the hood, okay? They are not guarded by police. Only the one in front of the Trump Towers is. He knows what he's doing. You think he's going to pay to cover it? No, he's not. That's not going to come out of city's payment. They don't care. He's focused on keeping it covered, keeping it there right in front of the Trump Towers because it's a political statement. It has nothing to do with the black people. people. So for all the Black people who are upset that I covered it, you're going to be even more mad because guess what? We're not going to stop. We are never going to support Black Lives Matter. We are never going to stand for an organization that is called to terrorize and destroy our country. And it's only going to get lit from here. I'm challenging everybody to go out and deface the devil.
Once again, I'd like to thank everybody for joining me on this segment of Black Spring with Autumn. So I can't spill the tea any better than that. There you have the two women who gave you an incredible testimony on management, the city of New York, the government, the underground revolution of BLM. She even clarifies the paradigm and their intent to destroy American values and American family structure. And this is where the rubber meets the road. Are we dealing with a spirituality here? I can't say exactly. Are we dealing with political games and political expedience? Yes, I would say that has been substantiated. She gave you testimony specifically as to where de Blasio has participated and has relished in placing these murals, or placing this type of mural outside of the Trump Tower. And what is he doing for the hood? This is all on display for you. So as always, let me know what you think in the comment. What do you think of this expose? Do you think these women are fierce? Do you think they have the courage to keep going? What do you think of the challenge that they're issuing? There's also more for you in the link that'll be provided in the description box. And once again, I'd like to thank everybody for joining me on this segment of Black Spring with Autumn. Have a great rest of the day.